Warning, the following LP is rated TV MA LSV for language, sexual situations, and violence. But to be quite honest, if you're easily offended by anything, especially game raging and me cursing and cussing and carry on to a point, then viewer discretion is advised. At least according to my lawyer speaking to me right now. Is that good enough for what I have to say? Good? Okay. So, this is rated TVMA. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy. What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome to the first ever series that is not a traditional sport, I guess you can say. Today we are in WWE 2k22, and we're in the MyGM Mode, and we're going to get into this GM mode here. It's going to be a fun one. I cannot wait to get into this. I've had this game since the launch, and I've been playing it on it. I know several people all over YouTube and Twitch and everywhere else have been playing this game, and quite honestly, I've been enjoying it. I can honestly say I've been enjoying it. There are still some issues with the game. There's been some new patches. The patches you'll see, at least in this one, is 1.8, but I have upgraded to 1.09, I think it is. So I have 1.08, which we'll see in the first couple of episodes here, and then I went ahead and upgraded to the newest patch where they added some new stuff to the MyGM. So this is some old footage here from a couple weeks ago. If you guys don't know, but on social media, I announced that I had an issue with my computer, so I wouldn't be able to get some footage up for quite some time now. And this is one of the things I was wanting to get up on the channel, especially the week I was off. I was wanting to get this series going and get it started. We're gonna play in MyGM. We're gonna have two users. It's gonna be myself. I'm going to represent Raw, and I believe I picked William Regal as the brand that he will be in charge of. And then a good friend of mine from my coworker from work, Jacob, he is going to play as SmackDown. So he's been playing. He hasn't played a Raw versus SmackDown game or any kind of WWE game for quite some time now. I think he said 2013. So he's really excited about the GM mode back in here, because I told him it has never been into the 2K series at all, but it has been. He's played it back in the day when he was in junior high and stuff like that. So we're gonna be playing this game. So it's gonna be human versus human. So he's going to be setting up his matches on SmackDown, and of course I'm going to be setting up my matches on Raw, and we're going to see who the better GM is. Now, he went through some of these, and I told him he can create it himself if he wanted to, but he's like, nah, he wanted to, for just try it out, he wanted to go ahead and go with one of the guys on here. So he went ahead with Shane McMahon, and of course, like I said, he's going to be on SmackDown. Now, we were really deciding on what we're going to do here. We're going to do 50 weeks, we're going to do 25 weeks, we're going to do 15 weeks. We kind of said, let's just go in the middle. Let's go do 25 weeks. That's like 6 pay-per-views, and so kind of that's a good I guess data or great lump sum of work that we can work on and just see how we can be better GMs. Now, I will say that the forbidden door is open. I repeat, the forbidden door is open. So that means, if you guys don't know what that term means, we are going to unlock the door for other superstars to come in. It doesn't matter if they're from AEW, if they're from Ring of Honor, if they're from New Japan, if they're from some indie guys locally. If it's GCW, Impact, wherever, or even custom made superstars. Like I have a few that I've made myself, and of course Jacob has too, and along with some other YouTubers I know that I've been, YouTubers and some Twitch guys that I've been friends with here in the last 6 months or so. So the forbidden door, like I said, is open, so you'll never know who's going to be here. Now, as for the draft, I will of course draft first, and then of course we'll go, Jacob will draft, and then so on and so forth. Now we're not going to show you guys the draft because we wanted you guys to be surprised of who is on our roster. And at some point here, I think here down the road here, I think it's episode 2 or 3, we kind of reveal what our roster is. But there are going to be some WWE superstars. There are going to be some superstars from other organizations, other leagues, both fictional and non-fictional. So this should be a fun series. I cannot wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to mix it up. In the and of course, like I mentioned, I do have the most recent patch, which is 1.09 patch, and they added the tag team titles in there, both the men and women's tag teams in the WWE. So you got Raw and Smackdown's tag team titles in here in GM mode, and you also have the women's tag team titles in there. So tag team titles will be available, and of course you guys will see that. I believe it'll be an episode after, I think sometime after episode 4. We added that in there. So, but like I said, this should be a fun series. I cannot wait. I'm gonna try to brush up on my skills on, and I'm not really accurate with a lot of the holds and moves, but do some calling matches here, and of course give you guys the strategy that we both try to use in this. So there you see the rules of the draft. We have $2.7 million roughly to work with, and of course we can always end the draft. There's 8 rounds have to be drafted, and of course anytime after 8 rounds, or unless or until somebody loses all their cash, that's how we'll do it. So I think we went 12 rounds. We try to balance it out to both male and female, so each round we went male, female, male, female, and we also try to do based off of course, balance. Giants versus cruisers, fighters versus brawlers, and then of course specialists can work with pretty much anybody in the game. So there you see some of the, at least you guys got an idea of who we drafted out of the 12 rounds we drafted. And of course Triple H in the game, a lot of you guys know about this, have of course sends you a message there. He gives us some money, extra money. I think it's 50K in our war there in our war chest, so we can be able to put on a good show. And of course the idea of it is you try to put on the best show, as opposed to, and of course also to sabotage the other show. And of course we both talked about we can sabotage each other at any time. So, and of course we get together. He usually comes over, hangs out with me on Thursday nights. So we're trying to film as much of these as we can. This series will be a series that will be on Fridays, I believe at 5 p.m. Central here on ESGNet LP. So this is an LP series, new one that we're gonna be here, and this will be on Fridays. And then on we decided pay-per-views. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have we're gonna both have the same pay-per-views, but we'll have of course the Raw side of things. We'll also have the SmackDown brand, and we'll split those up on Fridays. We actually might end up putting those actually on one on Friday and one on Saturday. So Raw might be on Fridays and SmackDown will be on Saturdays, or we could put both of them on Saturdays. I don't know. We haven't really kind of decided that because I kind of want to stretch this series out some because we are starting some. I am starting some other series here, and of course, he's got a YouTube channel that I'm also helping him with, and having some fun doing that. So as you take a look here, this is just what we're kind of showing. I'm just kind of showing you guys what my strategy is for Raw here, and of course we got a good matchup here. I like this matchup. We got two guys, one from NXT, and of course one from newly, the Ring of Honor is back now that Tony Khan has bought them. If you guys don't know that already, if you're a wrestling fan, if you're not, well, that's news to you. But Tony Khan, of course, the owner of AEW, has recently just purchased a Ring of Honor, and of course Jay Lethal, a long-time veteran there. And now, of course, he's also signed not just with AEW, but also Ring of Honor. And we got those two going at it with the new dawn of course, NXT. If you guys don't know, he's now going to be trying to be the dawn of Monday Night Raw. Tony and D'Angelo will, of course, face off against Jay Lethal. And of course, you got some other matchups here, and of course, you got to try to bet. Your idea is trying to put up against a giant against a cruiser, but you want that heel versus face issue. You want your faces to go against heels, you want your heels to go against faces, and then of course you have to complement each other. Like I said, brawlers versus strikers, or brawlers versus fighters, giants versus cruisers, and then of course specialists can fight anybody in the game. And of course, our job is trying to outdo and outlast, and of course, not just ratings wise, but also money in between these two brands. So there you see my run there at Raw. I think I got a pretty good setup here. I believe our champion is Finn Balor. We're gonna of course make him have a role change. He's gonna be going from face to heel, I believe, or heel to face. I can't remember exactly. It's seen here. And of course, we'll show you guys the results of this first show coming up in episode 2, as we're just kind of introducing this series here and kind of talking about what's going on with this series. And like I said, this should be a series that should show up on Fridays at 5 p.m. Here on the second channel. So definitely go check it out. And of course, at some point here, I would love to do a series in universe mode that includes also you guys. So we're trying to get in the process of that. It's gonna kind of be, if you guys, I don't know if you guys watch content here on YouTube when it comes to WWE universe modes, but the series we're gonna try to do is kind of a combination of, if you guys are familiar with Brandon Plays. He does a lot of cool stuff with his universe mode, but also we want to kind of blend in the storytelling and the good match setups and just good storytelling and setting up just a epic event like Murph White 13. And of course, if you guys don't know, Murph's now kind of got away from his traditional universe mode, and now it's more of a kind of doing these little short stories with some of the superstars there in both Raw, or both in WWE and AEW. But he has Cesaro and Shayna Baszler. I just forgot about that. Yeah, he has as his champions on there, so that's actually a pretty good setup there. And of course, we both written down some kind of some backstory of why they became champions, and of course, we'll explain that more once we get into the episode coming up here coming up very soon. Actually, episode 2. I think we might go ahead. You know what? We're gonna drop episode number 2 on Saturday. We're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna get you guys right into it and let you guys know when, of course. And I don't know what date this is gonna happen, but I will tell you whenever this airs, you guys will know when episode 2 will be. I will treat it as like a premiere on there, and you guys can watch along, and I'll be on there during the premiere to answer any questions, or you guys want to quick Q&A and stuff like that on there. I'll definitely be on there to do that for you guys. So but there you see, he set up his show, his superstars there. Of course, Shayna Baszler, his women's champion. He's a big Shayna Baszler fan. He's gonna have Asuka be the one to try to take that title off of her. Now, of course, in this game, if you guys, obviously, if you've been playing the game, you already know already. But Triple H gives you, some objectives, and of course, the superstars also give you some objectives that they want every single week. Like, hey, within the first 3 weeks, I want to be able to be in a title match, or I want to be in a tag team match with this superstar, or I want to, have this type of match coming up, or I want to be in this pay-per-view against this person in this match. So there's a lot of things going on, and of course you got, as a GM, you got to make those tough decisions if you do it or not. And of course that, if you do it, you get bonuses. If you don't, you get punished. And of course they can walk away from you and jump onto the other brand. And of course, as the GM, we're also trying to sabotage the other show. So with our power cards, we can of course make some big moves there. Like we can say, hey, you cannot have hit the power card for like eliminating 3 of his top superstars, or not let his champion be in the show that week, that following week or whatever. So there's a lot of moving around here. Of course, injury cards. Superstars can get injured, and cause you to, if they are in a big match coming up and you need them for the championship title match and they can't do it, you can use those spa cards and to help them, get back healthy again, and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of crazy things in this game, and we're gonna kind of condense it down. I'll let you guys know what our moves are, in every episode, what the strategy is. We'll show you guys obviously the booking, what the booking looks like, and we'll kind of quickly explain the strategy we're trying to go with, and of course trying to build up these superstars and these rivalries for this series. So like I said, it's going to be it should be a pretty decent series. I don't know how many episodes actually it should be. Just figure it's 25 weeks. So if we're playing 1 week, it should end pretty quickly. I imagine to be about 25 episodes. Well, with the exception of maybe the pay-per-views or two-parters. So, you're looking probably close to maybe 40 episodes of this series here on the channel. And like I said, we're going to try to record these. And actually, sometimes I will here pretty soon, we'll probably do some live commentaries here with this series. So we can kind of help speed it along. So it'll kind of be an edited / live com series. So we can get through, if we're having a slow start, I can record these as we're going on. Because I told him to, write down strategies that he wants to use upon me and whatnot. So, but yeah, that's pretty much that's what we're gonna do. Is just take a look at the booking, of course, the show, the cost of the shows like that. You got all the logistics in the show, and of course, the first episode or the first matches coming up will be in the next episode, as we'll be in Des Moines, Iowa. And of course, you start in a small, hometown gymnasium. And of course, you try to, more money you get, the better, production value you get out of the show, and just, overall, you just try to make the show as best you can. So, there's some strategy to it. It's making some tough, cost-effective things to do, and of course, signing new superstars, kind of mixing it up. And changing things with superstars, all like that. Now I noticed already here, I've already messed up already, and I was laughing about it hysterically. But I was supposed to have Buddy Murphy switch from going from face to heel, and I ended up putting him in a self promo. So I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm already screwing up already for this first match card. Jeez. All right. So there you see the match card there. Of course, some of these we won't see every single match every single week. It'll differ depending on what our objective is. Sometimes we'll have run-ins. Sometimes we'll just sim them all so we can just get through maybe 2 weeks in an episode. So it'll vary different. For the first couple episodes, we're going to try to see some superstars. I will be using some customized music in the episodes, and also some of the, and I probably will get hit from this from YouTube, but oh well. But we'll also use some music from, especially for Jay Lethal and Tony D'Angelo. I'll try to find some music of theirs that they actually use in their entrances on through YouTube, and kind of do that. So just kind of make it realistic and just fun. I don't really care about monetizing this series or whatever. It's just a fun way to play this game and just show you guys how much fun I'm gonna have, because I've got another MyGM Mode already, and I've kind of got halfway through it. I'm playing like a 15-week one, and it's been a lot of fun. And I'm just playing this one with a buddy of mine from work, who's really excited about doing this. And maybe in future episodes he'll be a part of this or whatever. I doubt it, but but for right now, this is just pretty much what we're going to be doing for this series. So like I said, it's going to be on Fridays at 5 p.m. Central. So stay tuned for here. And like I said, we'll show the first show here. We'll show both Raw and Smackdown, and pretty much in entirety, with the match and stuff coming up. Well, actually, the next episode will be tomorrow, as this video will be up on a Friday. So Saturday, stay tuned for the episode number 2, and then after that, we'll be on Fridays after that. So And of course, we'll let you guys know how we're going to do the pay-per-views very, very soon here on the channel. But Jay Lethal taking on Tony D'Angelo, Mia Ying taking on the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, and of course the main event will be Damian Priest taking on Braun. Get these hands, Strowman, for Monday Night Raw. That's it for me, you guys. If you guys enjoyed today's episode and you're excited about this series, which I am, thank you guys so much. Hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more here on ESGNet LP, and especially for this new series here coming up very, very soon. Not to mention, follow us on Twitter and Twitter, Facebook, and Discord, and also check us out on Twitch, as we always live stream over there on Thursday through Saturday nights at 10 p.m. and again on Friday afternoons at 1 p.m. Central Time. All those are Central Time. As always, keep yourselves healthy, and I'll see you guys next time.